Hi, and welcome to the next video in our C2000 Sigma Delta Filter Module video series. I am Manoj Kumar Santamohan. In this video, I'll be giving you an overview of sink filters and how they work. What is a sink filter? Sink filter is essentially a low-pass filter that converts the input SD modulated bit stream into high-resolution digital data by digital filtering and decimation. In this slide, I have shown the Z transform of nth order sink filter and its simplified block diagram. Sink filter consists of cascaded integrators and cascaded combs separated by a downsampler. Cascaded integrators are operated at SD modulated clock rate and cascaded combs are operated at decimated rate, which is given by SD modulator clock divided by oversampling ratio or OSR. Sink 1 filter is a first order filter which has an integrator and a comb. Sink 2 filter is a second order filter which has two cascaded integrators and combs. Sink 3 filter is a third order filter which has three cascaded integrators and combs. Now let's look at the data rate and latency of sink filters. Data rate of sink filters is essentially throughput of the filter. It depends upon the SD modulator data rate and OSR settings. The equation to calculate the data rate of sink filter is shown below. It is important to note that the order of filter doesn't affect the data rate. Latency of sink filters is defined as the amount of time taken by a sink filter to deliver the correct filtered output, which represents the input signal. Here, the order of sink filter does affect latency. To understand this better, let's look at a step response of different sink filters configured with same OSR. Now, since my data rate is independent of filter order, all the sink filters produce a filter output every OSR cycle. In the first OSR cycle, sink 1 settles to correct filter output, but sink 2 and sink 3 don't represent the correct filter output yet. In the second OSR cycle, sink 2 settles to final output. Finally, in the third OSR cycle, sink 3 filter settles to its final output. Now, when sink 1 filter settles to its correct filter output in its first OSR cycle and provides the best settling time, why would anyone consider sink 2 or sink 3? Well, the answer is higher resolution. Typically, higher order sink filters provide better resolution for the same OSR settings. Sink 1 has poor filter resolution with faster settling time, and sink 3 has better resolution at the cost of slower settling time. Let's take a quick look into an ideal low-pass filter. An ideal low-pass filter passes all signals below cutoff frequency and completely attenuates all signals above cutoff frequency. This slide shows the frequency response of an ideal low-pass filter. It has a pass band with a gain of 1. This means all the signals with frequencies 0 to Fc will not suffer any distortion. However, stop band has a gain of 0. This means all the signals with a frequency greater than Fc will be completely removed. Now, we shall take a closer look into filter characteristics of sink filters. This slide shows the frequency response of sink filters for the same OSR setting of 32 and SD modulator data rate of 20 MHz. Pass band and stop band of sink filter is highlighted in green and red respectively. Unlike ideal low pass filter, with sink filters we see a lot of ripple in stop band. Lower the ripple in stop band, higher the resolution of the filter, and higher the ripple in stop band, lower the resolution of the filter. Sink 1 has the highest stop band ripple among the three filters, and it generates its output by weighted average of 32 SD modulated bit streams. Sink 2 filter output is weighted average of 32 Sink 1 filter datas. Sink 2 filter provides better resolution when compared to Sink 1 because it averages Sink 1 filter data, which is already an average of SD modulated bit streams. This is the reason why Sink 2 shows lesser stop band ripple when compared to Sink 1. Sink 3 filter has the lowest stop band ripple as it produces its filter output with a weighted average of 32 Sink 2 filter datas, thereby producing highest filter resolution among the three sink filters. Note that the data rate of all the sinc filters are the same, but the latency increases as the order of the filter increases. In short, increasing the order of filter increases filter resolution with more stopband attenuation. Let's look at another example. This slide shows the frequency response of Sync 3 filter with different OSR settings of 8, 16 and 24. The black plot is the FFT spectrum of SD modulated bit stream. This is the baseband signal we are interested in, or it is usually called area of interest. And this is the unwanted quantization noise we are trying to remove using our sync filters. Passband and stopband of Sync 3 filter with OSR of 8 is shown here. In this filter configuration, it produces filter output by weighted average of 8 Sync 2 filter datas. Now, what happens when we increase the OSR to 16? Well, the filter would use 16 Sync 2 filter datas to produce a filter output. But how does increasing OSR affect the passband and stopband? Passband moves closer to the area of interest, and the stopband attenuation increases with increase in OSR. This results in a higher filter resolution. With OSR of 24, passband moves even closer to the area of interest and the stopband attenuation increases further. In short, increasing OSR increases filter resolution by averaging more number of samples. Let's talk about the performance of SD modulator and sync filter. Below two plots are taken from datasheet of SD modulator AMC 1304. Plot 1 shows the relationship between measured filter resolution, shown as effective number of bits or ENOPs, versus oversampling ratio. Plot 2 shows the relationship between ENOP versus settling time for different sync filter types. Suppose an application demands the following system requirements. It requires filter resolution of 6 ENOPs in less than 2 microseconds of settling time for short circuit protection and high resolution data of 12 ENOPs which will be used in control loop. It is clear from plot 1 that Sync 3 filter with OSR of 10 provides 6 ENOPs. And second plot shows that 6 ENOP takes 1.5 microseconds of settling time. So, Sync 3 filter and OSR of 10 would satisfy short circuit protection requirement. For high resolution data, Sync 3 filter with OSR of 60 provides 12 ENOPs with a settling time of 9 microseconds. These two plots should help developers decide on selecting filter type and OSR settings based on their application requirement. That concludes sync filter overview video in our C2000 Sigma Delta filter module video series. For more information, please refer to the links provided in foundational materials and technical reference manual. Links found in expert materials are TI designs which demonstrates the use of Sigma Delta modulator and SDFM for current or voltage measurements. Thanks for watching.